good song, right?
It's not the Killers that I remember, but
yeah, it's kind of you seem like kind of disco dancing kind of. I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. I feel like I could like listen to this when I'm shopping like at Hollister. Like, you know, and like I smell the perfume that's like overpowering. They've sprayed it every 5 minutes. You know, there's a rule there that you have to spray the perfume every 30 minutes.
That's gross.
Yeah, every 30 minutes. That when I worked there, you had to go and spray perfume on all the clothes.
You worked at Hollister?
I did. I think I told you that. It's one of the best jobs I ever had. It was straight.
Did you tell me that?
I might have. I don't know. We used to take breaks, and yeah, it was a good job, man. There's a lot of old people that walk around the malls in the morning. If you ever go to the mall, like before, like the stores open at about 10:30. Well, old people go about 8 a.m. and they go exercise and stuff. So we used to always play pranks on them, yell at them and stuff. Or we'd say like inappropriate stuff, you know. But I feel like if you are an old person in the mall, walking around, you're a hipper old person. Right? Old people that exercise.
Oh, absolutely. You're definitely if you're someone that's on the later years of life.
Health, yeah, okay.
And you're actually like wanting to
be healthy and be healthy and want to live longer.
Not fucking die or get bed sores.
And not just sit and yell and talk about how all the young people don't know what the hell's going on and just bitch about it. You're actually trying to improve yourself.
Yeah.
So you're saying like you're gonna take care of yourself before you worry about others? That's the message there, yes, right? I don't know.
This is the Killers I remember. I think I actually own this album.
Chest now. I need some rest now. Yeah, Killers are good, man. I like them, man.
No, yeah, formed in 2002.
Oh man,
from Vegas.
They're from Vegas. That makes sense.
At least that's what iTunes says. I don't know.
That makes sense to their music style. I could see them doing like a Broadway, like Vegas type style show with tigers and fountains and different color lights and stuff.
No, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
So today is 420.
Today is 420.
Yeah.
We can probably cut this music out. We can probably get rid of that fucking music. Hey everybody, welcome to the Clumsy Walrus Show. My name is Dylan Levy.
I am Chad Goss.
Thanks for watching. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter at clumsywalrus.com.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's no .com on that.
I don't have a Twitter account, obviously.
Other than that, shit will be on the YouTube page, but don't have enough subscribers to change the link, so we'll just like post it on like the show notes and stuff. And I'm still working on iTunes to get on their podcast services, and then that will go on everything like that. Today is 420.
It is.
How are you feeling, sir?
I'm good, man. I don't know how I should start the story about 420 today.
Okay, well you could start with, are you better than last week?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, absolutely, yeah. I had some tragedy happen last week to me. I lost a cousin. I still know as much information I'd like to know about it. I know that
even if you do, you don't have to.
No, absolutely. I'm still waiting. I guess they're doing an autopsy to find out the actual cause of death. So I don't know.
Oh, they don't even know that yet.
Yeah, I don't know what if it, like what it was, if it was just accident or I don't think, I think. But anyway, and I keep thinking the fentanyl thing though, possibly. I don't know because my cousin did smoke and do some stuff. I'm not really sure what exactly, but I know that's been a big thing here, and I was even hearing about it from somebody else at work. It's really a big thing here in the last couple of months, or even the last year or two. Fentanyl, it's crazy. And I was reading about it, how much it's like that much, like I think like not even I don't know, what do you call that? What measurement would that be?
I mean, smaller than a dime.
Yeah, smaller than a dime. You can OD from.
It's fucking crazy drug, dude.
It's insane. Yeah,
I think I said this last week. Like one of my childhood friends.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
The night before he was going to rehab.
Yeah.
They found him in the pool house.
When that's in
fucking OD'd.
And I've heard the word float around, but because we actually talked about it last week, it was more familiar in my brain. So I've been reading about it a lot this week, and it's crazy, man. Like and we still got this plant that helps people is illegal, and it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
The fact that like we're putting people in cages over a plant, but like the opioids, OxyContins, fucking fentanyl. That's all fine. We'll prescribe it.
Yeah, and people can do it too, and they can keep their jobs and stuff because it doesn't show up on all that stuff gets out of your system faster than marijuana.
Right. Well, THC resides in your fat cells.
It's so crazy. We actually, and I'll totally say this, I'm still kind of annoyed about it. Yesterday I was leaving work. I have a place I work at, and I don't know what I should say. I don't really care. I'm going to stand up for this stuff. I don't care if I ever get in trouble with my job or whatever.
I'm going to share your live stream.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is what I feel about marijuana or anything that I believe in. You know, like if you believe in something, stand up for it 100% for what you believe in, even if that means losing your job or your life or whatever. You know, like if it's the things that I believe in, my convictions are more important to me than some not believing in. I don't want to be just a naysayer. I want to be a doer. You know. And I have a job where a lot of people, you know, it's kind of 420 friendly, so to speak, even though it's still illegal, you know, but some of our people know we do it and stuff like that. And someone got in trouble for smoking weed in the parking lot the other day. They were sitting in their car, as far as I know. They might not even smoking. I don't know.
Somebody you work with?
Somebody I work with, yeah. They got in trouble. And it's just bullshit, man. Like, we were in we were in Tennessee, which, as far as my knowledge, also has a crazy drug problem. As far as like people ODing and stuff, and a lot of people are hooked on some pretty heavy shit, especially in the Knoxville area. We were in Chattanooga, and it's got a lot of which all this goes hand in hand, like poor areas and where there's a lot of drug use. And I actually was going to the Goodwill in Chattanooga the same week, and I saw some of the slums. I went like kind of right through the hood, kind of just saw like the effects of like people tripping and picking up change and stuff.
Oh, like Skid Row in LA or whatever.
I mean, it was pretty crazy, you know. And actually, it's funny you said that, even Skid Row, because as I was driving through Chattanooga, some of the parts, the layout, and it was real sunny, kind of reminded me of like the way California looked with the California smog and stuff. And so that's kind of reminded me of. And it's just weird. And that thing happened where somebody got in trouble for smoking the day before 420. It's just kind of, I thought we had to talk about it. And it's just how bullshit it is that.
No, it's like we're putting like. Not only like is the original laws designed to put black people and Mexicans in jail.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, literally.
For sure.
Like, you can like Google and go back and see exactly. Sorry, excuse me. Where marijuana.
Yeah.
Which is a made up name, by the way.
Yeah.
Marijuana is slang for like Mexican wild tobacco.
Do you know, side note, do you know the first celebrity that got caught with marijuana? Do you know who it was?
No, I have no idea.
Can't remember his name. It was a black jazz musician. B.B. King, maybe? I don't know if that's... But I just thought it was kind of funny that he was a musician and...
So maybe Quincy Jones?
I don't know. But I just thought it was kind of funny that was the first, you know...
Ray Charles?
I don't know. That was way before that. It was
Ray Charles is into heroin, though.
It was like 20s. It's like 20-ish, maybe 2030s. I don't really know. I'm not
2030s.
Like
you do know what year it is, right?
Not like the year 2030.
Not in 2030s yet. You fucking asshole.
Which one? We got any? Anyway. Sorry, man. Continue. I don't know.
Copy link.
Yeah.
Can I share this on Twitter? You think?
You can. I don't. You can do what you want.
If
man.
I do copy link,
maybe.
Can I like post the link in a tweet?
I'm not sure, dude. I'm just the talker and helper guy here. I don't know anything about technology, man.
You can go live on Twitter now?
Oh, I guess you can. But I guess, man, I feel like if more people, like well-known people who have jobs and have cars and live successful lifestyles and they make good decisions and do good things, they can still smoke and not be crazy. I feel like if more people come out, those type people come out, that marijuana have a better chance of getting legal because you don't see the bad side of it. Because a lot of people that are like, oh, I support cannabis and stuff like that, not all of them, but it gets a bad rep because of the stereotypes comes with it, you know?
Oh, no, absolutely.
And I mean, there's so many, that. It's so stupid that
there's so many people that you wouldn't think smoke weed.
Absolutely, it's crazy.
But do?
Yeah, it's crazy. But they're scared to come out about it. I don't understand why.
Because it's fucking illegal everywhere.
I know, man.
Except for the nine, I think it's 9 states.
Yeah.
9 states in DC, recreational use is cool. And then on top of that, like don't get caught with weed in Texas.
Oh yeah.
You go to fucking jail real quick.
Yeah.
Like real quick. They don't joke. They like Willie Nelson was on a tour, and as soon as they waited for him at the state line.
Yeah.
And as soon as he crossed over into Texas, they pulled his tour bus over and arrested him.
Wow.
Willie fucking Nelson.
Yeah. You know what I just thought of too?
Of course, that dude has pounds of weed in his tour bus.
You know what I think might be a trap too? I just thought about. They have In-N-Out Burger in Texas now. It started in California, which is a pretty weed-friendly state, and now they put it in Texas. Sounds like maybe a conspiracy theory to me a little bit.
That's a little bit of a conspiracy
theory.
It's
a little weird, right? Like they're trying to set people up out there, man.
That's a little bit of a conspiracy theory.
Just think about this stuff, guys. You know, like.
All right. Well, to get off weed a little bit.
Should we get off weed?
No, we should never get off weed.
Bad joke, sorry.
But do you know what was released a couple days ago?
There's all the way. There was an airplane crash. There was
the final Deadpool trailer.
Oh yeah, I did. I watched that actually this morning.
You did watch it?
Yeah, I did. Didn't know that was the final one because I've watched some, but I haven't like paid attention.
All right, I think we're gonna watch it.
Oh yeah.
Together?
Because he says a Thanos reference, right?
Oh, dude, he does so many references. In
that's
it.
right.
It's wonderful. So we're gonna watch it real quick. You won't be able to like really hear it on the video version, but jump on over to the actual like audio recording, and 8.1 million views in one day.
And that came out yesterday?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, it came out
crazy.
yesterday. Final trailer. You might be able to. You're not gonna be able to
Just
see
use
this.
your imagination. You've probably seen the trailer. You can watch the trailer after, or watch it right now, and we'll come back and as we're watching it. This is the internet. You can pull up
We're getting close. You all know the drill. Intercept the convoy. Watch out for cable.
I love that this guy's right here.
Oh yeah.
Because it pays off at the end of the trailer. It's so good.
So good.
Move or die.
Pump the hate brakes, Thanos.
I ain't letting Cable get to him. But I can't do this alone. We need backup. We're gonna form a super duper fucking group.
It's time to get back on LinkedIn. Meet Bedlam.
My name's Shatterstar.
Domino, I'm Lucky.
Luck isn't a superpower.
As the car comes over.
She's hot. I dig what that girl
Let's
looks
meet in
like.
the middle and say no, it isn't. Fuck it. It's showtime.
Don't call it a comeback.
I love they use this song too. Look how sexy that is.
I like her hair, man. It works for sure.
You're just a clown. Dressed up as a sex toy.
So dark. You sure you're not from the DC universe?
In the Batman voice, right? In the Batman voice. Yeah, I didn't notice it the first time. Classic.
His dick goes over his face.
Bring it on, One-Eyed Willie.
Do you get that reference?
The One-Eyed Willie?
Yeah.
Because he has the robot eye, but I don't know anything other than that.
Josh Brolin is in the Goonies.
Oh, dude, you didn't even make a connection yet. Yes, that's good.
And they're after One-Eye Willie's treasure.
I forgot about that.
And that's
you wouldn't have noticed it. That's great. Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, that's so
It was
good.
probably so much fun for them two to make this movie together.
Oh, yeah. I love this scene right here. Because you see the blood coming out of the back of him.
Yeah. Your bullets. They're really fast.
And last but not least,
Peter.
any powers you want to tell us about?
I don't have one. I just saw the ad.
You're in.
It's so hard.
Yeah, it's great, man.
That movie's going to be so dope. I hope it's better than the first one because, contrary to popular belief, I don't love the first one as much as everybody else does.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was good, but it was good because of what it was, but not. But they didn't. They took a chance and they put some of their eggs in the basket, but not all their eggs in the basket. So this time they know they have everybody. Sorry, my nose is itching.
No, you're good.
And so hopefully they'll put all their eggs in the basket this time because it looks like they're kind of are. I don't know.
It looks like he's just having a fucking blast, and like he creates the X-Force in this.
Yeah.
And the fact that like they can use a Thanos reference,
Yeah.
which means like the Disney Fox thing is like
Yeah.
is pretty much done.
Yeah, which is great.
Like a done deal.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm really into that. I'm way more excited about that movie than I was the first one. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it's really weird is usually sequels don't live up most of the time.
Right.
This probably will be. This will be the James Cameron Terminator 2 that's 100 times better than the first one.
The Dark Knight to Batman Begins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's that every once in a while that happens. You might even argue maybe Back to the Future 2. I don't know if that was better than the first one. I like them both, but
I really like Back to the Future 2. The first one's perfect.
okay, yeah. Well, they say that is one of the perfect movies, right?
No, like that's like like that movie is studied because it actually like if you break the movie down, like whether you like, if you don't like Back to the Future, fuck you. But like, I gotta get away from saying like as much as I do.
I do that too.
If you break Back to the Future down as far as film structure,
Yeah.
it actually is perfect.
It has a lot of small payoffs too, like even like the sign change and everything like that.
No,
which I didn't know this until years later watching it.
Right, and
Yeah.
and that's why that the original Back to the Future is studied like it is
Yeah.
because there's so much going on in that movie that like you said, there's payoffs and there's
Small little details that you don't watch the first time around.
exactly. Back to the Future 2 though has like
Yeah.
I said like again.
Story wise, I think it's better. Maybe.
They go to the future and then you get the whole scene with the hoverboard. I can't stop burping. That's getting really annoying.
Easy, man.
I have a little bit of heartburn today. I don't know why. It's probably because of I got off my bullshit diet and started eating Spink's breakfast again.
Oh man.
And those microwave bagel
Yes,
Angus steak sandwiches.
Yeah.
Ugh. They taste good at the time, but
No.
it's not agreeing with me. No, but Back to the Future is technically a perfect movie. And then what were we talking about? How do we bring that to Deadpool? Why'd you bring that up? Oh, sequels. So like Jurassic Park 2 doesn't work.
To my new movies, right?
Any sequel.
Yeah,
I mean,
most-
Godfather 2 is a better movie.
I've never seen one of those. But yes, most sequels aren't. There's a lot more that are bad than.
There's a whole lot more that are bad.
Yeah.
Cars 2.
Joe Dirt too.
Joe Dirt 2.
Sure,
Did you watch that?
No, it was time travel. There's time travel and I kind of went to. It's pretty bad.
Dude, it's pretty rough. It's a pretty rough movie for real. So the other thing that we have to talk about is we are a week away from Avengers Infinity War.
Oh yeah, it's getting close. I'm not even excited anymore. I don't know. I mean, I am. I'm not.
How are you not excited?
I don't know, man. I just like.
I haven't even seen Black Panther and I'm excited.
Well, this is when I was going in and like I was excited for the hype and like it's such a big thing now. I don't know. It's just like I'm kind of I don't know. I think it's partly like half of me I'm trying to be a rebel and act like I don't care, which really I secretly do inside. In part of me,
you totally care.
Yeah, and part of me though is like I felt the same way going into the Avengers because I was afraid I was going to be let down when the Avengers came out.
I was let down with the Avengers.
Because the trailer was so bad, but at the time I really enjoyed the Avengers. Like I liked it a lot.
That movie's rough.
Watching it now, I mean, it doesn't hold up, but for the hype reason, and so I'm hoping that for the hype reason, it'll hold up. Infinity War holds up hype.
Did you see what the Russo brothers like put out, and like the way that Marvel is gonna like release this movie?
No.
The press does not get to see it a week early. The first time that the major public will see this movie in its entirety is world premiere night.
Oh, that'd be really interesting.
They're not giving anybody anything. They're like,
I respect that a lot.
they're not releasing the title for the next one because you know how it was originally Part 1, Infinity War Part 1 and Infinity War Part 2.
Yeah.
And then they stopped that and were like, no, we're not going to give you the title for the second one. This is Infinity War That's what it's going to be called. And we're not going to tell you what the title of the next movie is because it will be spoilers for this movie.
It's going to be definitely the death of somebody, I'm guessing. That's my prediction.
Something
death
like that, right?
Or death of Iron Man.
The Avengers, Iron Man No More,
Yeah.
The Avenger. That's a terrible title.
We miss you guys.
The Avengers, we miss you.
We should have just stayed. We should have just stayed at that whatever the place they had at the beginning, the end of the first one.
So they released an image with a typed up note that like they signed the Russo brothers with the Infinity Gauntlet like in the frame, like kind of sliding the paper.
Yeah.
And it says like no one's gonna see anything early. The world premiere, which is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
This coming Tuesday. We're recording this on 4/20. So what's Friday?
So it's
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 24th. The April 24th, the world premiere in Hollywood, and they're doing a worldwide premiere.
Okay.
So like it's going to come out in every major city on the same day, world premiere.
So Greenville, like, will we get it on Tuesday too?
No. Greenville.
Well, I didn't know like how technically what the world premiere is. So
No, so like it'll be LA, New York, London,
like Tokyo.
Okay,
I got you.
Hong Kong, probably Beijing, like shit like that.
Okay.
And the note that they released was like begging people, do not spoil this for people. Do not like really. This is such a big. And then you look at the marketing campaign. You've seen the posters?
Yeah, they're kind of.
It's sections of characters
All over
with
the
different
place,
colors,
yeah.
which makes me believe that we're not going to see all of the. I can hear them in my headphones.
I know.
That's how loud she's fucking being right now.
Shut up.
I think that the main, like, there's going to be, like, I think there's groups,
Yeah.
and it's because there's 75 characters in this movie.
Yeah.
75. That's a lot of Like, everyone was blowing up about Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 because there was 3 villains.
Yeah.
There's 75 characters.
It is going to
in
be
this
really
movie.
weird, like, to watch. It's going to be cool. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I sit down to watch it and talking about it, I'm kind of more excited to watch all the payoff. And that's what made the Avengers cool, as far as all this build up and you see all your characters together on the screen at the same time. And that's what was cool. But now you're seeing all of them on the screen for the same time, and it's going to be really cool. Like,
And we have not seen Ant-Man or Hawkeye in any promotional
yeah,
shit. None.
yeah.
None of them.
And not on the trailers or anything. Oh, I just thought about that. Yeah, that's.
They're not in the trailers. They're not in the posters. Not in
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Ant-Man and Hawkeye are not in any promotional material. But, like, the behind-the-scenes shit, like, they're around.
Yeah.
I think. They might not be. But I think they are.
I hope it just ends with them. They just wake up from a nap.
No fucking way.
Like there's all everybody's in. They just wake up from the nap, and then they're like on the phone and shit. Like, hey, dude, it's like, you seen the news? Like,
You know what I would really hope happens? I hope that at the end of the movie, he completes the gauntlet and goes like this, snaps, and it cuts to black and credits roll.
nah, that'd be awesome. Well, that's the big thing.
Because he ends half of existence
Yeah.
with the snap of his fingers when the whole gauntlet
Yeah.
is filled with the stones.
And the way the comic reads too, you snap, and then the next page it's just
It's just black, right?
Yeah, well, like it has. I think it has like planets kind of exploding like different, but then I think it just goes to black. I can't really remember, but
Dude, if they have the balls,
that'd be awesome.
if they have the balls for him to drop the last stone, do a fucking like a, I don't know, if a pan or no. If they do like a crane shot, like sweeping around Thanos, and he goes like, and he just like goes like this, and the snap noise turns the screen off,
Yeah, I'd even
and then credits start to roll, I will stand up and applaud this movie.
yeah, absolutely.
Because like we're not gonna get the second one for a full fucking year.
Yeah, I would even like to see maybe as far as camera shots, like see a shot like from Captain America or Iron Man on the ground, like begging him not to do it, or like they're like on their dying breath, like doing it, and then he just puts the rock in, then snaps. But like y'all want to see a scene like one of them begging, please don't do it, or like begging for their life, kind of.
See, all right, so
That'd be cool.
the final one of the final scenes in the latest trailer is Captain America holding his hand,
Yeah.
and like being able to hold it up and screaming, and then you get that shot of Thanos going, "The fuck?"
Yeah,
Like he's really holding me back because he's the Mad Titan,
Yeah.
right, and he's like the original being of the universe,
yeah.
and this man is like holding you back. I hope that's when Cap dies.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I hope he goes, "The hell?" Boom! And
Yeah.
then just smashes the shit out of him.
Yeah, that would be cool for sure.
Who do you think's going to die?
Like I said, I definitely wanted to be Chris Evans, and I feel like because he is Captain America, and because the way his character arc goes in the comics, he's died a couple times and comes back. And I really just don't like Chris Evans as a character. Like, I mean, I like Captain America.
You're crazy.
Well, I want to see Bucky as Captain America.
Well, it's going to be Bucky or Falcon.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I want to see that actor play Captain America more than Chris Evans play Captain America. Not that I hate him, but I just don't. There's some things I don't like about the way he portrays Captain America.
Okay. That being said, when's the last time you watched any of those Captain America movies? Any of them? All three?
It's been a while.
Okay. So I recently watched The Winter Soldier and I recently watched Civil War.
Yeah.
The Captain America movies, as a movie, are the best MCU movies.
No, absolutely, no, they are.
Espionage and
but that's because the character, not the actor, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, dude, he kills that role. He destroys that role. You're fucking nuts.
Do you not think that like the actor that plays Bucky could do just as good a job, if not better, as far as?
What's his name? Sebastian
something. I don't know.
I feel like an asshole for not knowing his name.
I've just seen a lot of other stuff.
This is a pop culture podcast with conversations, and I don't know the fucking actor's name that plays Bucky. No, it's going to be. I mean, he's awake. He's definitely awake. The credit scene for Black Panther already got spoiled for me. Yeah. And then like the Infinity War trailers, obviously he's awake. Yeah. But it's a new arm or whatever.
Just look at Chris Evans' other movies. I don't know if you've seen anything else acting, and look at the guy Sebastian's acting. I think the guy Sebastian's acting just far more.
Have you ever seen Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer, that's one of his better ones. Yeah, but I mean, but then you haven't seen I, Tonya yet either, have you? Because he was in that.
He's in I, Tonya? Really?
He's the husband. I'm pretty sure that's him.
You're pretty sure that's him?
You gotta look it up now.
Fuck you.
Pretty sure that's him.
I'm pretty sure that's him.
I'm like 97% sure. But that's cool. Made me, and I just liked him already. I like him as the Winter Soldier way more than I like Captain America, character-wise.
Oh, you're talking about Chris Evans is not in I, Tonya. Sebastian.
No, Sebastian.
Yes, I know he's in that. Okay. I thought you were telling me that Chris Evans is in I, Tonya.
No,
I was like, I don't think you're right.
It's a behind the scenes, like a hidden scene. Like he's one of the people eating popcorn. Like when
I still haven't seen that movie.
It was really good, man.
I'm sure it is. So what else, man? What else is going on? Anything?
Like I said, I just was talking to the guy about the Starbucks thing last night. One of my
for those of you that don't know, there's a big news story where 2 or 3.
All I know that
2 black guys were in a Starbucks waiting for their buddy. And they ended up getting arrested for loitering.
Yeah, let me hear your version. The different version I heard, I don't know what the two different.
I'm retarded to the. I'm not supposed to use that word. I know. Excuse me. I haven't read anything. I just saw the Twitter reaction to it. As a couple guys were sitting at a table in a Starbucks. They're waiting for their buddy to get there. The employees or something like said, "What the hell are you doing?" They're like, "We're waiting for our buddy." The employee ends up calling the police because they're loitering. They haven't bought anything yet, and they end up getting arrested because they get a little pissed off.
See, these are the things I asked him last night. I was like, "Hey, what did you hear?" Because I didn't know anything about it until last night. I just know that it had something to do with the race, but I didn't know anything else about it other than that.
This couple of black guys sitting in a Starbucks got arrested for nothing.
Yeah. And then I knew they were closing down. Closing things down.
They were closing down. If you look at that video, all those tables.
No, I mean they're closing it now to do the racial training thing. Is what I mean.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He told me that the guy that he heard, and he works there, so I don't know his political view. I don't know his race, like anything anything that his beliefs. But he told me they were sitting in there. They were lowered in. They would start to harass people. Is what he told me. Which I don't know if that's true or not true. He said they were actually bothering people. Which could be true, could not be true. I have no clue.
From the video I saw, they didn't actually start to do or say anything until they started getting harassed themselves.
Okay. See, I haven't seen the video. I need to watch it.
And then they obviously, like, if you're not doing anything wrong and someone comes up to you, I don't care what color you are.
No, you're pretty pissed off. Yeah. It's bullshit.
If somebody comes up to you and says, like, oh, you guys need to leave.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah. We're just hanging out at work, smoking in the parking lot while we need to, be arrested.
Well, and it's not like they were even doing that.
No, I know.
They were sitting at a fucking table waiting for their dude.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, like, are you for real? Like,
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Now, like, would you have done the same thing if there was fucking, like, 2 white people on MacBook Pros sitting there that haven't bought anything?
Yeah,
would you even bat an eyelash?
Well, that's kind of want to see the video to make my assumption.
A dude got fired, too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I thought it was weird that he got fired. So they, I feel like
dude that called the cops got fired.
Yeah. That makes sense. Maybe I still haven't seen the video yet, so I can't have 100% say. But that makes sense. I feel like you don't really fire people all the time for no reason. It happens, but I don't know. The thing I thought was really funny too, though, is it's kind of weird that Starbucks is getting attacked from all sides now, sort of, kind of. Like in one aspect, because I feel like race thing, I think by nature is kind of more of a liberal thing, I guess, sort of. Like they care more about rights and stuff of different races, and more the liberal side. And so I think majority they're probably the ones attacking Starbucks more, I guess, wrong or right. And then years ago you had really crazy Republican conservatives attacking Starbucks for not saying Merry Christmas, whatever that is. And so Starbucks is getting a lot. It's kind of weird. Starbucks,
that stupid fucking cup thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
I'm not playing the ad on this. I'm not giving these people any more money.
I got you. But it's kind of weird that Starbucks is getting attacked from, they can't really do anything right. It seems like.
Well, and they can do things right because the owner.
He does. Yeah, the insurance.
He pays health insurance for even part-time employees. Yeah. He doesn't give a shit. And he's a good dude.
And that's the shit you never hear about, though. That's kind of
you're not going to hear about it.
It sucks.
It's not. Yeah. All you're actually going to hear about is how bad Obamacare is, how bad the health insurance is around in this country. And I mean, all you're going to hear is the negative because positive shit doesn't make news.
No, it doesn't.
That's that old saying. If it bleeds, it leads.
Never heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
It's like an old journalism thing. Like
makes sense though, yeah.
Yeah, if it bleeds, it leads, which means if there's a murder, that's going to be your top story rather than something good happening that has nothing to do with anybody dying.
Yeah.
Because more people are going to tune in to someone being like killed or like maimed or anything or something like that rather than saying this guy's paying everybody's health insurance. We should all praise him. But that's giving Starbucks like more good press rather than if some white kid is shot on a street corner in Chicago, that'll make more like bigger news.
Yeah. I actually was thinking the day earlier. I watched the video after I tell you because I always constantly like asking myself as a human question like about certain decisions I make right or wrong, and I was thinking why do I always like movies that have sad endings. And I finally figured out why today, but I'll tell you after we watch the video, though.
I'm still waiting for it to load.
Well, I'll go for it.
I'm still on a CNBC.
I was just thinking like how always like I'm like man, like I don't try not to watch any negative news because I don't want to hear about negativity in real life. But then I love film that always has like sad negative endings for some reason, and I was trying to compare why. In real life, I don't like stuff, but on like movies and stuff, I go to get away from the terrible with the terrible in a sense. And I think why is because even though a lot of movies end really sadly that I enjoy, the overall story of like the hero's last heroic act or a lesson they learn before they meet tragedy, that's the part that I like about it. And it's like that, I think that you're going to go through tragedy no matter what in life. As your story's going on, people are going to die. You're going to make bad decisions, and that's going to happen. And a lot of times, there's not a payoff before those bad decisions, before that death. But in movies, because of the way stories are written, that you have to see. It's good to see the payoffs before the tragedies, and a lot of times in movies do that. Like you get to see Jack rescue Rose in the tank before he sinks into the water, and that's what makes the movie good. Oh, here we go.
Sorry, here's the video. It's long though. I don't know what to.
What city was it in? Do we know?
Philly.
Okay.
Those are bike cops,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
They got fucking bicycle helmets on.
Yeah. Those are for headbutting people.
Are you allowed to carry a gun if you're a bike cop?
I don't know. I guess so. That is pretty long. I'll have to watch the whole thing later, but
Dude, it's fucking 8 minutes. And it's a vertical video, which I fucking can't stand.
yeah, no, you told me about mine.
Ugh.
How terrible mine.
Dude, vertical videos are so fucking garbage. Your phone is capable, like, whatever phone this is being shot on is capable of doing, like, immaculate, like, cinematography.
But I feel like a lot of people aren't going to hold their phone if they look like they're actually talking, like they're scared to the actual phone. And
that's fair.
That's why
That's
a lot of
fair.
times.
You can't really hear it because of the background noise. This is the dude that there's this guy that like from what I know, it's just like, hey, you can't like you guys can't like just randomly come up to people and discriminate against just because of the color of their skin or anything like that. Which, is he being heroic? Maybe a little bit. Is he honest? It kind of seems like he is.
Yeah.
Another bike cop comes in with a fucking yellow windbreaker. Cool jacket choice, bro.
There's a place actually downtown Greenwood where I don't know if it's still that way. The Coffee Underground. Have you ever been there?
No.
You know where you part of it.
I know where it is.
If you come in, you set a table, you have to buy something. You can't just sit in there. Everybody has a table. So if me, you, and our old ladies went, and Lauren didn't want anything, she's not technically allowed to sit at a table with us. At least that's the way it used to be.
For real?
That's the way they used to be. So, like...
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. And so we used to go in with kids and stuff, which is kind of bullshit. I think it was a way to keep young kids out and keep it fancy place. We'd buy a can of soda, which is like 75 cents, and we just drink the soda and sit there and just drink it for like an hour. Chat, like, I still got some, you know? And there's no shit they could do, you know? But... So it is kind of annoying just that, you know, to understand you're not just hanging out. It's not hurting anybody.
It's not like they were even doing anything.
Well, I feel the same way about like homeless people in Waffle Houses. Like, I don't...
Look, this dude already has his hands out his handcuffs.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. That's not looking good at all for him.
He's already decided that he's taking these two dudes out of here. I have fast forwarded through the video, to be fair. I don't know exactly everything that was said, but it seems like they're being compliant. They're standing up and everything. It's not like they're flailing around.
That's... So did they actually get arrested, or were they just removed?
No, they full-blown got arrested.
So what were the charges, you know, like what?
Loitering.
Okay. So dumb. I don't...
They got arrested for loitering.
What do you think would be like a legit situation to actually get arrested for loitering? Like, what would be like a legit situation that would be fair to be? Because I'm remember it's one of those laws I just don't know that makes any sense. Like, you can't stand
a legit reason to get
somebody arrested for loitering. You know, like,
if you're around a car with the doors all open, music playing at a school parking lot at midnight, that's loitering.
But how? That's what I'm saying. But like, how physically? Who is that hurting? Like, is the school closed at midnight?
No, loitering doesn't necessarily hurt anybody.
No, I mean, but like, it's
just you're somewhere. They've determined that you're somewhere where you're not supposed to be.
But I know I get that. I get the actual legal part of it. Like, what is the actual point behind that? Why aren't you supposed to be there? What are they afraid you're going to break into something? Or like, what is it? That the thought process? That's why I don't understand the thought process.
Exactly. That's bullshit. Like some Minority Report bullshit. Like, you're sitting here not doing anything,
but you
might. So we're going to arrest you for loitering.
Because I feel like if you were in front of somebody's house and you had loud music and they couldn't sleep, that makes sense. But that would be considered like
public nuisance.
Public nuisance, or that wouldn't be just loitering. And if you're at...
Well, you'd be on the road. You wouldn't be in the property.
That's true.
So that wouldn't be...
But loitering. I mean, but if you had the music...
Are you trying to play footsie with me?
A little bit.
A
little bit. If you had the music loud, I understand that.
Fucking
like,
clear.
And I've heard the argument, like, if you have a business and you're trying to sell... And maybe this would make sense, okay? Say you have a business, you're trying to sell stuff, and you have ad signs behind there, and there's people just hanging around talking, and they're blocking your ad signs, or they're blocking, your door or something like that, and then customers are getting mad from coming in. I guess that would make a sense to do that. But how often, if you as an employer, how many times you go and be like, hey, do you guys mind, moving this down a little bit? This is my business. People are coming in and out, and you're polite about it. I feel like most people would be like, okay, that's cool. We don't want to mess with your business.
Well, most people aren't going to be worried about somebody sitting at a table.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
Most people aren't going to be like, sorry.
There's plenty of room in there, it looked like, from the video.
Hey, there's like, go over that 911 call or police station call in your head.
Yeah.
What did that guy say?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, there's two black guys sitting at a table and they haven't bought anything yet. Can you come over here?
Do you think he could say that? Do you think he'd be that stupid to say that?
That's probably what they fucking said.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I would like to think he wasn't that dumb to say that, but he'd get fired.
He did get fired, so he absolutely said some fucking stupid shit like that.
Probably.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like if you're sitting at an Italian restaurant and say, "Hey, there's two Asians in here and they haven't ordered anything yet. They're not eating bruschetta."
Yeah. Like,
or you go to you turn it on white people. You go to like some like soul food restaurant. Hey, there's two white guys in here. They've only ordered water and they have a book bag.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same racist bullshit that is going on in this country every single fucking day.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to happen. You can have it's the same thing with the gun thing.
Yeah.
I support those kids that did the March on DC, March for Our Lives and everything like that. I support those kids.
It's cool the kids are just active. I don't really pay attention enough by either way, but it's just cool. They're believing in what they believe in, no matter what. So I don't know why, even if you agree or disagree, they're still doing something more proactive than you. And that's what I don't. The people on the opposite side that are opposing them, just at least acknowledge that they're doing something. Like
there's people that are opposing them because they're actually like responsible gun owners, and there's the other side of people that are going, "You're actors." That someone hired.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, you stupid cunt. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, why are we targeting, not we, but like we as like a people. These kids watch their friends die and we say, you're a liar, you're an actor.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well,
He's such a stupid piece of shit.
Even if that was true, just say hypothetically in this crazy world that was true, why would you say that even about a kid or even on social media? You're going to call a kid a liar? Like, how fucking grown up are you?
It's fucking social media.
Yeah, like
it's social media. You can hide behind your anonymity and you can like be whoever you want to be on the internet. Yeah. You can be gun owner 2077 on fucking YouTube or on Twitter with a fucking egg.
Yeah.
As your picture and say whatever the fuck you want, but are you saying that shit when you go to a restaurant? Dude, I gotta piss so bad.
I'm getting riled up now too. No, yeah,
can you stall?
I'm getting riled up again here too because that's the thing that I've always preached is don't act like you're such a badass on the computer, but then you won't say these same things out in public to people, and you're afraid to voice your opinions and have a calm conversation. Like me and Dylan, we don't agree on a lot of stuff, but we can have a conversation about a lot of things, because we understand that, knowledge and communication is how the world works. And so many people, they try to be real bad behind the computer and say all these things. And when they get out in public, they might try to get loud and voice their opinion. Or one of two things happen. They even don't listen when you say something to oppose them and they get all mad in the argument. Or they just hide and they're too scared to even voice their opinion at all because they're a coward. And I understand that some people have trouble speaking in public, and I understand some people are still figuring out what they believe and what they don't believe. But like I'm at such a point in my life where I know what I believe and I know what I stand for and I know my values, and I don't need anybody from either side or any kind of political stance or anything to tell me what I believe. And I'm never ever going to be a Democratic or Republican or any of that bullshit. I'm going to believe in what I believe for what the situation it applies to. I'm not going to put myself into some kind of label myself as this particular group or this, because I don't know. I'm just not going to do that. Like, I just know what I believe and I stand up for it and I say it and I'm not scared to say it. And my convictions and my beliefs, I'm willing to die for what I believe, like, anyway, and that's all the stalling I got there, I guess. So, thanks to anybody who's watching. I don't know. I can't really see my phone now for watching this. We appreciate it. Like I said, check out when we get the audio version up here. And we're going to hopefully start doing some more film stuff here soon. And all kind of good, fun stuff like that. And I'm still just hanging out here. I got real worked up and spoke it all out. And then and then I'm good now. So I was trying to still kind of stalling. So I was just saying basically like
Sorry, dude. I really had to go.
no, you're cool. I was just saying that's back what I was saying about people need to be themselves. So you're gonna don't act like a coward in real life, but then be a badass on the internet, and then also. Make sure you know what you believe in and have legitimate argument reasons why you believe in that. Don't be scared to stand up for your beliefs. And you need to be willing to die for your belief for convictions if necessary. I don't know.
No, dude, that makes complete sense. It really does. Because, we've turned into a culture where we get in stupid arguments on Facebook about political shit.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta stop saying that fucking word. You start your Facebook, you're friends with people in 2012, 2010, 2007.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when you get your Facebook account. All I've seen on Facebook lately is people screaming their beliefs constantly.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to. I don't need to see.
Well, we
started this to keep up with each other if we move to different states.
Yeah.
Or
it should be a unite thing, and it's completely opposite. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But.
Well, exactly, and the fact that we get to the point where we're constantly arguing over every tiny little thing, and you can put this in any. I'm not even talking about guns specifically. I'm talking about if you're a vegan or you're not.
Yeah,
there's an argument happening.
Yeah,
right. Eating meat is murder.
Or you're an idiot.
Is it?
Yeah, not at all. Bacon's delicious. Yeah,
pigs are dope.
Yeah,
not only are they smart, but they taste delicious.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. That I was telling when you're in the bathroom, I was saying you have two people that usually happen. You have somebody that hides behind the computer and they say whatever they want freely, but then when they're real life, they just keep shut because they're a coward and they don't say anything. They've just been acting the whole time.
I completely agree with you, cowards.
Oh yeah, or you have somebody who was totally willing to act like a child on the internet and totally willing to act like a child in real life, have a conversation with you. But when you start making points to oppose whatever they're arguing about, then they get pissed off and they don't want to argue anymore. They can't have a conversation. That's what I was saying. Me and you, our beliefs are a lot different on a lot of things.
Are they really, though?
On some stuff. I mean, for the most part, we still have a conversation. I think
a lot different? I mean,
not a lot different, but guns, we differ on religion on some aspects, like God and stuff like that. We probably are a little different. On some things,
Oh, you believe in God?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
We can. Yeah.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to talk about God. Don't worry about that. This should be.
We touched on that a little bit.
We should do an episode about God.
We touched about that on a little bit, here and there.
We should straight up do an episode about God.
I'm totally cool. Yeah,
I
feel like that you never, from my I've met. It's hard to meet. Let me think. As growing up, kind of in the church, and you kind of guess I don't know how you're like. It was hard. I was always taught there's no good people who don't believe in God. They're all just bad, terrible people, which is complete bullshit. Grew up sort of Southern Baptist, but then I guess I was technically charismatic. I don't know what you'd call it. What
charismatic is not a religion.
I don't know what you would. I don't know what you would call it. I just kind of non-denominational, I guess.
I can't go into a Baptist church.
But you could go into a charismatic church or whatever you would call it. You were talking about getting the job at Redemption.
I know.
They would be totally cool with that.
I can go into any church.
Yeah.
Except a Baptist church.
They probably, yeah. And so,
especially with the fucking scream mask on my arm.
No, and that's, and growing up, you always were taught, well, not always, but you were taught there's no nice people. All Muslims are bad. Not always, but and most.
Your church taught you that?
No, I'm just saying most Christians.
No, for real.
No, my church didn't. But okay. I'm just saying your typical Christian. I
was about to have a field day with that.
No, your typical Christian is taught Muslim. Anybody who doesn't believe in your beliefs, they're bad. Or anybody who doesn't believe in God, they're bad. And there's so many nice people that are great people. And I don't understand why Christians just can't have friendships and conversations. And
most of them can.
Yeah, but some of them can't. And then on the opposite side, I feel like a lot of people who are atheists or Muslims, they always meet the stupid Christians. There aren't people that are decent and actually know what they're talking about. They just kind of they regurgitate everything they've always learned, and there's not. You know what I'm saying? They always look, well, it's in the Bible, that's what it is, and they don't explain anything other than that,
No, see, people that cherry pick the Bible, though.
No, absolutely, they do, yeah.
Because, like, there's a lot of people that I know that believe in that, like, are completely faithful.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
If you believe in God, if you go to church, if that makes you feel better, go for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm not telling people never go to church. It's fucking fairy tales, blah, blah, blah.
But that's the stereotypical thing. Most people think that you're like trying to take down, like, we need to take the cross off, or like,
No,
and you don't
dude,
care. You're just trying to make
no.
moves. And that's kind of why I'm like,
if it makes you feel better, do whatever you want, as long as you're not hurt. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want to. If you're a dude that wants to be a girl, if you're a girl that wants to be a guy, if you're a guy that likes guys, if you're a girl that likes girls, I don't care if you go to church every single Sunday or if you only go to church at Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
it's because it's their life. Yeah. Like, yeah.
We live in the best like, literally, this is probably this is the best country in the world.
Yeah.
It really is. It's not as bad as everyone's saying it is. Trump this, Trump that. I don't like the guy. I don't think he should be president. This is still the best time ever to be alive.
Oh, absolutely.
For
well, there's
real.
so many. Like Gary Vee always says, we have so many opportunities that people just miss.
Oh,
We're doing
dude,
this right now. It's awesome. Like,
I spent a couple $100 and I can have a conversation with one of my best friends on mic, and we're good.
I was taking just a little nap because Lauren was going to do like a little 10-minute nap, and I was like, this is so lucky. Like, there's some people that are sleeping. I was really thinking that. I was watching some videos on YouTube, and I was thinking, like, dude, I'm like, it's not going to last forever. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, but I mean, a joy. You're even going to die, or eventually America's going to fall. Eventually, years from now, thousands of years, whatever, 100 years, whatever. Like,
we're in South Carolina, a state in the greatest country on the planet.
Yeah.
That believes in, like, nothing I believe in. But I'm allowed to sit at this table with a mic in my face, with a camera right there, with a fucking cell phone on top of it, doing the same thing, projecting this live to the internet. I'm not hurting anybody. This is fucking dope.
Yeah.
As long as you don't hurt anybody, who gives a shit?
Like I said, if you're in North Korea and they come and they saw you had a camera and a cell phone and a laptop, like, you'd be like
if I had that salt lamp in North
all the
Korea,
DVDs, dude, you'd be like
I'd be put in a fucking work camp for having that salt lamp.
They would probably kill the whole neighborhood because you have all this stuff. I mean,
exactly. It's ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Clearly, we live in the best place at the best time ever.
Yeah.
I don't care what you believe in.
Yeah.
Don't shove it down my throat.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do. It's fine.
It's weird because, like, you see the news always constantly thinking that everybody's at war with each other, and they are in some aspects, but
they're really not, though.
Yeah. But that's the news.
People might look at me funny at work.
Yeah.
Like, customers might look at me funny at work, but they're not stoning me like the fucking Old Testament says to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a manager look me in the face and say, "Oh, you're living in sin," because I was living with Kristen and we're not married.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I've actually had
that guy.
On the opposite side, I've actually had jobs too where I would like request a Sunday off because I still was pretty involved in church, and I had a grocery manager tell me one time that I shouldn't go. I didn't need to go to church today because that was too much church for me. And which is kind of like, that's kind of, you probably shouldn't have said that, like,
that's the other side of the coin.
Yeah, it's like,
maybe if you're a believer, why don't you just go whenever you feel like you need to go?
No, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Who's that hurting?
No, yeah.
It's the same thing with the gay marriage debate.
Yeah.
How's that affect you?
Yeah, absolutely, it doesn't. Yeah.
If two chicks, I censored myself because I was about to get really graphic. I was about to get really graphic.
I got you.
And I held back a little bit.
Man. That's adulthood, man.
I'm getting better at this because you're alive and everything.
Yeah.
And there's video, and I can't really delete
video on
your
Facebook
live.
Yeah.
I can't really delete your live video.
That's good. That's kind of what I'm saying. Just be yourself. That's cool that you still got to censor yourself. You have to watch what you say, but that's coming in to find who yourself is and thinking about what you say before you say it.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're a girl and you never felt, I'm just using a girl for an example. This goes for anything. If you're a girl and you're told your entire life you watch Disney movies and a girl falls in love with a prince. A girl falls in love with the beast.
Yeah.
A girl falls in love with the fucking hunchback.
Yeah.
If you're told that your entire adolescent life and it never connects with you, and you realize when you're 19, 20, 25, you know what? I find girls very attractive. It's just nothing's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like, why are we telling people that that's wrong?
Yeah.
And I understand that, like, we aren't telling anybody that that's wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why do you give a shit?
Well, this is like from perspective to who's a believer, but I still don't really identify like with most people. This is my joke. Everybody in the South is a Christian, but only certain people are actually believers. Like everybody says, "Well, I believe," but they don't actually. You know what I'm saying? Like they like that word.
Dude, when I first moved here, my parents warned me.
Yeah.
They're like, people might ask you who's your pastor.
Yeah, like yeah. And
what do I say to
it's
that?
such a weird question. That's the thing that people ask what your belief is, your whole belief, before they even know anything about your sexual orientation or your. That's what I always say. You shouldn't have a conversation like, hey, where do you? I feel like, and this is where I've always told people. I feel like a lot of people, they try to go out and preach to people, but I feel like and try to do this whatever. But I feel like that's the thing that you need to, if you're in sync with with a God or whatever, that like opportunities are presenting themselves, and then you can have a conversation when it comes to that. You shouldn't go out and like try to push it. You know what I'm saying? You should wait for opportunity, and then when it's the conversation should be brought up. It shouldn't be forced. If that makes sense.
No,
and that's the way I've always looked at it. Like if somebody brings up, I'm like, what do you do? Like, what do you believe? I'll tell them, but I'm not gonna like push, because that's just, I feel like that's more like a natural, organic way to do it.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And the fact that like how good of friends we've become.
Absolutely.
The fact that you're a believer and I'm not. I think it's lights out. You think there's something else.
Yeah.
Has that ever come up in conversation?
No, I mean we never.
Has that ever drove a I can't even remember what the saying is.
Spike between
us? No. Stake between us?
Because I understand your point of view, and I understand why you believe what you believe. I think for the most part, from people that I have.
And at the same time, I don't give a fuck what you believe in.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it makes you feel good, believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
If it makes you feel good, practice it. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Now, you don't come over here going, you should read this, and give me like a little book that tells me about a fucking man pulling his ribs out.
I had a conversation with this guy actually last day at work, one of my really good friends who actually graduated from Bob Jones. But he's really smart. He's
Bob Jones.
He grew up to like the real kind of like real strict. And we were just talking about how many things.
This is my fourth beer in this podcast. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
We were talking about how many things like the church does that just doesn't represent the way it should be. Like when we were talking about tracks, I absolutely hate tracks, and I think they're the stupidest thing ever. I don't think they work. The little paper things with little cartoons.
You got to explain tracks.
Okay.
Not only do I not know what that means, but the people that I share this might.
They probably okay. So
means.
Tracks here in the South are like these little pieces of paper that usually they have like they'll have some scripture, like some gospel messages, such and such. Usually it's the Lord's Prayer, how to set in your heart, and sometimes they'll have like little cartoons. So like we go something like this. It'd be like,
are these the pamphlets that people hand me because they see how I'm dressed? Or
you'll see like in the bathroom, like when you're at like a club, or like they hand it to me in the street sometimes too. Like they'll just be like, here you go. They don't say anything. They don't even look you in the eye. They just hand it to you.
Dude, legitimately, yeah. I will have like older men walk up to me in a grocery store while I'm shopping.
Yeah.
And I have my tight jeans on and my black shirt, and my ears are stretched, and I have tattoos, and they will hand me a pamphlet with a kid wearing pretty much what I'm wearing, crying on the cover.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I was going to say. That's my whole point I was actually going to say. Is like you always see these little cartoons of little Johnny who's like listening to his headphones, and he's got on a backwards hat, and he's like, that's the in their eyes, those are the sinful people because they have a backwards hat in their music.
It's so infuriating.
But then it's funny because then there's this whole other culture that you don't see, like the quote like Christian culture. You have people like the guy from Korn and stuff like that who I actually believe they're real legit about it, like real legit. They actually believe in that relationship, and they have like dreads and long hair. One of my favorite bands is a quote alternative Christian band, but they still have just songs about life and love and stuff. POD. They do it as dreads, and they don't ever.
Does POD still making music?
They do, man. They actually. I like POD. It's like a good.
I didn't think they were still making music.
They make stuff. Their last album was actually called Murder Love.
Murder Love.
Murder Love, yeah.
But they're a Christian band.
Yeah, but they've had songs. There's one I think actually about the war, like in the Middle East, where they talk about just how how do you know?
System of a Down is a very
Exactly, yeah.
Same type of shit.
And it is, and
they're very political.
Exactly, and like they have a song, how do you know, like, are you willing to kill for this? You're willing to kill, but how do you know if it's right? Like, there's always that, like that. And so I don't know. I just always liked them, and Youth in the Nation, talking about the youth and like all the stuff we're going through.
I do like that song a lot.
Youth in the Nation.
Yeah, from what I haven't listened to it in years, obviously, but it's a really well produced, well made song.
That was an amazing album,
well written and everything.
Yeah,
but that was when I was fucking
that album
15?
came out. That album came out in 2001, and you know how I know that because the song
2001.
Yeah,
I was younger than 15 then.
Yeah, the reason I'll know that is because the song "I Feel So Alive." Remember that? I feel so alive. That actually came out.
Don't sing it; we might get claimed.
I know, yeah. It actually came out. Thank you, man. I have a beautiful voice. Appreciate it. It came out actually on 9/11, or was supposed to come out on 9/11 at Irony, and I think they postponed it because I don't know, or there was something kind of thing like that. Maybe it came out right after or something, because that's what made the song. People say that's what made the song popular because it was talking about I feel so alive, like I'm empowered for the very first time, like live your life. Follow your dreams. It was right after all these people got murdered. In it.
It's the other side of that coin is why the Punisher series on Netflix got postponed, is because it was supposed to come out like a week after like the last mass shooting.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And it got they pushed it back. Not Parkland, but like the one before it.
See, I don't know how I feel about stuff like that. Like I don't.
Well, because the Punisher is very gun oriented and like very pro gun, and they didn't want to release a series about that directly after a major American, because obviously the American audience is who's watching Punisher, the Punisher series on Netflix.
I can understand. I'm, I guess, unsensitive when it comes to issues as far as like where they're like, oh, we have to have a certain amount of time after tragedy. So I just understand death, but I understand how some people are like, if someone lost something they're watching, they probably don't want to see that. So I do understand that, but just me personally, I don't like censorship at all. Like it.
No, I think we and I think we agree on this. I think that we should probably immediately talk about it.
No, and now you can get it out and send it to repressing it. Yeah, for
like
sure.
There's a kid at work that like he not only does he complain all the time, but he like will bring up gun shit to me after I've specifically told him that I don't like them. Like I don't like them. I don't understand the reason for having them, but he'll continue to come at me like, I was watching the news the other day and they don't even know what an automatic rifle is. And it's really like, but
so he's like picking fights. It's kind of pretty much.
He's trying to.
He's trying to convert you and like you're going.
He's trying to like get me riled up. It's just like I don't like my personal beliefs don't have anything to do with the Constitution.
Yeah,
Constitution says you can have them.
Yeah,
and I respect the Constitution because I live in this country, so I agree with the Constitution. Like I have to agree with the Constitution. I live in this country.
Yeah.
I have to respect it because other things like free fucking speech, which is why I can say cunt, bitch, and fuck right now, and no one can tell me different. I can't then turn around and say all guns should be banned. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Even if I kind of lean that way.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't pick and choose. Yeah, for sure.
I'm also smart enough to know that a gun ban in the United States of America
would be terrible.
Will never happen.
Never happen. Absolutely.
It will never happen. So I have no argument there.
Yeah.
I have zero argument there. Because not only will I know that it will never happen, I also support hunting.
Yeah.
For your own meat.
Yeah. Was that's a
how you gonna
proactive thing?
You just gonna have everybody switch to a bow and arrow?
Yeah. Which that's so easy to learn.
Yeah. It's archery is fucking full. Anybody can shoot archery. No.
Well, I keep making the joke too. Like, and I know this might be a little bit, but I was like, and this is totally joking. So we get upset. Like, I said, if I was going to do something, I would just mix it up and do like a knife massacre, or like a bow and arrow knife, and like somebody. I don't know.
Well, thank you for bringing up knives because the UK just surpassed us in homicides. And it's all knives over there.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's weird. Like, yeah, it's.
Now, not all homicides are actually recorded in, like, say, Chicago.
Yeah, where they just drop the bodies on the ground. It's like, yeah.
There's so many murders in Chicago that people don't know about. It's disgusting.
I don't cut y'all. There's a guy actually that started working with us from Detroit who I've taken a liking to. He's a pretty cool guy. He's pretty smart. And he was just telling me, like, just the way he talks, and he grew up in, as far as I know, in Detroit, like, early in his life. He hadn't been here in the States that long. And some of the stories, you could just tell he's kind of, like, seen some shit, you know? And
he has that look in his eyes.
Oh yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be a cool person to have on the podcast. I think one day he, you know, like, I don't know, maybe, but like
Dude, whenever you want to do guests, we can do guests. You said Larry?
Yeah, we got to get Larry. Larry's going to be our first guest. I actually keep meaning a message.
There's fucking 2 mics right there and fucking cords galore.
We need to do it on a Saturday, though. I keep forgetting. But I'll have to see when he's off. I got to make sure.
I can do it on a Saturday. It's fine.
Good stuff, man.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Except for next week. I think we have to go to some party or something on Saturday next week. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting probably to the end of the show.
We got any questions on Facebook, Tina? Can you see my?
I can probably look it up.
I feel like we should answer them if there are. Like, if anybody asks, like.
I doubt it, but.
Yeah.
Probably because we're not famous at all.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
What?
Don't know if you're live anymore.
No. Well. Phone must have died. Oh well.
Let me see. I told you that I was going to plug your phone in.
Did it?
No, I don't think it is.
Oh well. We're still live right now, man. This is important stuff.
Yeah, dude, it ended.
Right there?
Yep, it ended. It died. All right, it's no big deal. We might be able to wrap. You want to wrap this up and like get to cooking?
Yeah, we'll wrap it, man.
All right. We've been going for a while, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's short, who gives a fuck?
Whew.
Who actually gives a fuck if we're... My mom texted me. I need to text her back. Anyway, is there anything else that you want to bring up, talk about, go over?
I think that's good, man. Like, I guess next time we probably see each other, I'm sure probably... Oh, next week we'll see each other, but I mean, it's getting close to Infinity War, man, so that'd be good.
I was going to bring that up to you. Does Lorna work next Friday?
I'll have to ask her. I don't know.
Because I might want to work over like every day this week, and maybe try to go see Infinity War on like
the premiere night.
No, not necessarily.
I mean Friday night. That's what I meant. That's premiere.
No,
night.
like Friday morning.
Friday morning. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
If she's off,
dude, that'd be dope for sure. Yeah.
And then we can come straight here and do a podcast.
I can even see if maybe Larry's off. I don't know, even that Friday too. Maybe I can see. Maybe we could do the podcast. Like, cause it'd be cool. Cause I know he's gonna go see. It'd be cool to get another opinion on the movie. Like.
Right. Because the way that this is shaping up to be is this is going to be like the biggest event.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 10 years, 18 movies.
No, yeah, I'm more excited since we talked
all
about it.
come to the. We first saw Thanos fucking how many movies ago?
Yeah, that was when the Avengers. That was the very first time. But even
the event, the post credit scene for the Avengers was the first time we saw him.
Yeah, it was the first time.
And he didn't even speak. He just
just looked. Yeah,
he's like his rock throne turned around. And he just smiled at the camera, and I heard one girl go, "Woo!" I was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah, that was the big conspiracy for us. Who was he? But I think even technically, I don't know when the first time we technically saw Infinity Stone was even before that, because we saw Infinity Stone and we didn't know what it was at the time.
Thor.
With Thor, that was the first one, yeah, because before it, and then was
the Tesseract,
and then after that we saw
because it was in Loki's staff.
Yeah, and then we also
the Mind Stone.
Yeah, and then we saw the same one that was in the first Captain America, the first Avenger. He had the cube or whatever, or was that was Tesseract? I guess.
Wait,
I think you got it mixed up. Maybe.
I might have gotten mixed up because the ether is in Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
I'm really not going to go over that right now.
No, I feel like they still probably made a mention even, I think, in the first even, like, Iron Man, so they probably still probably had the idea at least.
In the first Iron Man, there's no mention of any Infinity Stone. Because that was before Disney owned Marvel.
Oh, yeah, that was. Well, even in Thor, though, they probably, by then, you think they knew maybe?
Well, Loki had his staff. And the Mind Stone was in the staff.
Did he have it in Thor, though, or did he have it in the first Avengers movie? I can't remember. I need to go back and watch Thor 2. I can't remember.
You don't need to watch Thor 2. No one ever needs to watch Thor 2.
I mean, I'm saying I need to watch Thor again, and I need to watch Iron Man again. Or not Iron Man, but I need to watch Thor again, and I need to watch Captain America again.
Because we don't know where the Soul Stone is.
Yeah.
It's the only stone we don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So, like, as of right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's the stone in Vision's forehead.
Mind Stone.
Yeah. The ether is with the Collector.
Yeah.
The Tesseract is with S.H.I.E.L.D.
We're fucking this up. The Tesseract wasn't actually a Mind Stone. The Tesseract was a thing that held one of the stones.
Well, it was the cube with the stone in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the image you see in the trailer when Thanos smashes the glass.
Oh, okay.
And then drops the stone in the gauntlet. And then
Doctor Strange has one.
Doctor Strange has the eye of whatever.
Yeah.
It's the time stone, and it's in that room. And then the Nova Corps has one.
Yeah. That was the Shrink Stone, maybe? This one, right? So many stones, man.
There's 6.
So many stones.
There's 6. We've seen 5. Fuck off.
Yeah, we've seen 5. That's almost close to 420. I don't know if that's a coincidence.
It's almost close to 420.
We were talking about stones, and now we got stoners out there.
There's 5. Fuck it. I don't know anymore. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Let's wrap it, man.
I'm trying to get a. Oh, how about this?
Hanging back, drinking the El Camino.
Can we wrap it up with this?
Yeah, I hear it.
That's a little loud.
Dennis and my mom shouldn't have had an abortion.
All right, guys. Well, if you're watching this, thank you for hanging out with us for this hour and a half or so or whatever. You can reach us on Twitter at Clumsy Walrus. I was able to secure that Twitter handle.
Cool.
So it's at Clumsy Walrus. No weird spelling or anything. It's just how it is. If you want to follow me personally, I'm at DPNIEMI. I don't know if Chad has a Twitter account.
I still don't. So I'm just a hipster. Like whenever it becomes not cool, I'll get one. I'm gonna get one here soon. I keep saying it every week, but I'm really gonna make one. I keep forgetting it.
Probably should get that.
I know.
Get that done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna record. I think I'm gonna start recording every episode like on video, and we'll throw them on the YouTube channel.
Cool.
I'll get you links to that and everything everything that I need to. Whenever we get on iTunes, those links will also be put into the video description on YouTube. And then if you head on over to the iTunes podcast app or anything like that, make sure you subscribe and get us every week. We record this on Friday, so I'm thinking they will go up on Monday morning.
I like Monday
Eastern time. So like I'll make sure that they're uploaded Monday mornings. Other than that, it's been a blast. I always enjoy having a conversation with my best buddy Chad.
Aww.
So we're gonna go grill some pizza. Hopefully it'll come out good. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for doing all that bullshit. And until next time, make sure you don't trip in the river.
Because
you might get eaten.
Okay, I didn't know what that was. Oh, because of the walrus. Because walrus is in the river and they'll trip and fall.
I shouldn't have said river, but crocodiles are in rivers, and don't get eaten by a crocodile.
Yeah, and watch out for crocodiles.
All right, bye-bye.